What does self-mastery have to do with incorporating a new acquisition? Good question. So you're making an acquisition for a reason, and you know what that reason is. So that reason needs to stay front and centre clearly in order for the whole thing to be a success. Some people make a new acquisition because they want to incorporate certain capacities, skills, resources that the acquisition is going to bring you. Some are making a new acquisition because there's an immediate payoff involved. Some are doing it because there are some personnel in the new piece that's coming in that you want to involve in what you're already doing. There could be any number of reasons, and it's surprisingly easy for those reasons to start to get a bit blurry and fudged once the acquisition takes place. And one of the reasons for that is that there are always surprises when a new piece comes into the business. And you'll know this already because you'll have done this before, no doubt. And those surprises can easily distract from the original purpose of bringing in the new piece. Now, interestingly, sometimes those surprises and distractions carry within them important intelligence that let you know that although you had an original reason for bringing in this new piece, there's actually now an even better reason why you should have done that, and that it's important to shift emphasis. But at this point, it's important to do that by choice rather than being forced into it by circumstances. And I've talked to a lot of people who are doing this process who found themselves surrounded by other people who are putting a lot of pressure on them to manage the incorporation of the new acquisition in ways that fit the agendas of those other people, which may or may not be for the ultimate common good of the organisation. So it can be quite a lonely place to be, which is kind of counterintuitive because you think you're bringing in a new acquisition, there's going to be more support, more cooperation, more collaboration. Often it actually creates a schism. So what I've done there is I've talked about a few of the challenges and the factors that you're juggling with when you bring in and incorporate a new acquisition, and in fact why goodwill in the various personnel involved can be challenged at that point. So the more self-aware you are as you go into the situation, the more tuned in you are to observing what's going on, the more empathetic and sensitive you are to what's going on, whilst at the same time remaining connected to your business objectives, the more likely you are to be able to navigate it well. You will make mistakes, very likely. I don't think that I've ever heard of an acquisition situation where some mistakes haven't been made. But you'll be in a much better position to learn from those, bounce back from them, and utilise the learning from those for a successful outcome.